Spot market freight versus contractual freight. What should you actually be running right now in this market? Hi, I'm Hope Allen, aka the Dre Connect, or whatever you want to call me. Just know I know freight. Okay. So right now in this market, this has been kind of a consistent conversation throughout a few years now. Should I be doing just spot market freight or should I be doing contractual freight? Well, let's break it down. Let's understand what spot market freight is. Spot market freight is exactly what it sounds like. It's freight that's on the spot. Most times it's last minute tenders or last minute orders that customers have to get out, or last minute orders or POs that brokers have that they're trying to broker their loads and they have enough coverage so they put it on the load board and it goes on the spot market. A lot of small carriers get caught up in the spot market freight game because sometimes those rates can seem really, really sweet when in actuality you're just being used for convenience and they're going to pay a little bit more. And so you're going to get a really good rate, right, in the spot market. But contractual freight is for the long haul. It's an annual type agreement between you and a customer, or an annual agreement between you and a broker. And being that things have been so volatile, we're not even looking at annual contractual freight anymore. We're looking at semi-annual, every 6 months. You know, some customers are switching up their carriers every 6 months. Some may even be switching them up every quarter just to maintain profitability on their side, because the rates have to fluctuate along with how their sales are doing. Okay, but that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. I don't want to get too deep. So should you be doing spot market freight or should you be doing contractual freight? Well, I think you have to analyze your cost to do business. If it's profitable for you to maintain a spot market relationship, by all means, keep doing what works for you, right? But just know when you have those gaps, that's where having that contractual agreement comes in, where you always have your truck constantly moving. With spot market freight, you don't have that to depend on because you never know when that freight is going to be available to you. But the positive side of having contractual freight is that it's dependable, right? You know what your truck is going to do every day. You can kind of, get your costs set. Your driver's happy. Everybody's, making money and we're doing good. But the downside of contractual freight is slow payments. A lot of small to mid carriers cannot withstand the longer payment terms that come with contractual freight. So spot market freight, you might get paid in an hour, you might get paid in a day, you might get paid same day, you might even get paid 3 days. But the payment is quick, and that's why a lot of carriers, work and stay consistent with spot market freight. But with contractual freight, although it's for the long run, right? This is where you have to manage your numbers more. And it's serious relationship based, with your customer, based business with your customer. And also your payment terms can be negotiated, but they are longer. So you're looking at that 14, 21 day, 30, 45 day payment term, depending on which type of business you're in, right, with your customer. If it's domestic, you're looking at about 21 to 30 days. If you're in the international side, you're looking at 45 to 60 days on your payment terms. Most time, it can get really tricky. Now, with contractual freight, some customers offer the ability to factor your loads for you or pay you quicker, right? So don't always turn your nose up to contractual freight because it can be beneficial for you. So when looking at spot market freight or contractual freight, going back to my number one rule, you got to know your cost to do business. Does it make sense to maintain in the spot market? Or do you need to flex over and also add contractual freight to your daily business operations? I hope that these tips have, opened up or sent a light bulb off for you on whether or not you want to jump into doing contractual freight. If you're wanting to learn how to obtain long-term contractual freight, you should book a consult with me at logisticallyspeaking.online. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you click like, share, and subscribe. Share this with someone who's interested in learning more about contractual freight. Talk to you soon.